We're on the shore of the Black Sea here in Odessa, Ukraine. Our mobile air defense crew is on the hill overlooking the beach here, waiting for the waves of Shaheds to come in over the water.
It's Ken Harbaugh with the MeidasTouch Network. I'm going to share the rest of that report from Ukraine in a second. It's one of the most intense stories I've ever done. But I want to give a little context first. I just got back from Ukraine, but I'm going to continue to provide reports and updates on what is happening there. Many of you have reached out to check in and find out how some of the people I interviewed have been doing. I've got a mixture of news on that front. We'll get to that in a minute. First, I want to explain what is going on with Putin's aerial bombardments of Ukraine cities. He is, once again, trying to plunge Ukraine into darkness as winter approaches. His thought is that if Ukraine cities lack heat and power, he can break their will to resist. Putin could not be more wrong. Ukraine will never give in to him. That doesn't mean the hardships for ordinary civilians won't be severe. Innocent people are dying across Ukraine in Putin's attacks, and civilian infrastructure is being hit. But I have seen firsthand Ukraine's resolve. I spent several nights during these bombardments with mobile air defense teams defending Ukraine cities. Here's that report.
We're on the shore of the Black Sea here in Odessa, Ukraine. The Shahed drones leave Crimea, they fly over the Black Sea, and they target civilian neighborhoods. Our mobile air defense crew is on the hill overlooking the beach here, waiting for the waves of Shaheds to come in over the water. At that point, they'll engage, guide their tracer rounds into the sheds, and fingers crossed, down them before they hit apartment buildings, hospitals, playgrounds across the city. Sergey is on the gun tonight, a 23mm ZU anti-air defense weapon, and the ground around the vehicle is littered with these casings. These are the 23mm rounds, and they just spit out of the gun as it's firing. We just heard from Artur as they're tracking the incoming Shaheds that his neighborhood just got hit. One of the scariest things about being on these crews is that you're defending your families, and it's going to have to wait until he gets home, until he gets off shift, to make sure everyone that he cares about is okay. But some of these Shaheds do get through. This weapon, however, the 23mm ZU, is incredibly effective at taking them down, as we're about to see when it's in the right hands. What's happening right now is the commander, Dmitry, is giving the team instructions to prep the gun. The Shaheds are several minutes out, 2 to 3 minutes out. They're coming in over the Black Sea. They've launched from Russia, a long journey, over an hour in flight. But these last few minutes, it gets pretty intense as they're scanning the sky with both night vision and infrared, looking for the targets. You can hear them giving the azimuth, range, elevation. We've been hearing booms farther down the coast as other teams engage. So we just saw another rocket head downrange and take out a Shahed. That's 3 for the night. I don't think any have gotten through yet, but the ones that get past the rockets are going to be engaged by this team right here. Another long night defending the city of Odessa from Shahed and missile attacks. There are no more incoming drones, but the toughest thing to capture, the toughest thing to describe, is the tension of the weight. As you track these Shaheds and missiles coming at your city, there's nothing you can do except wait until the moment they're a couple minutes out and then get on the gun and try to shoot them down. Last night, we were with an anti-drone mobile gun crew at the edge of the Black Sea, intercepting Shaheds off the water, launched from Crimea to fly into Odessa and strike civilian targets. And this is the aftermath when those Shaheds get through. This is a navigation module pulled from a downed Shahed. Doesn't look terribly sophisticated, but this board is. It's one of the major cost factors in the drone, but kind of upsetting that this is an American part and an American chip, and they are still making it into Russia to go into these terror weapons that are raining down on Ukrainian cities.
Hey everyone, it's Ken. Quick break here to say thanks for watching and a huge shout out to everyone who supported my most recent reporting trip to Ukraine. I hope you followed the updates on Substack. I reported from Chernobyl, from Kyiv and Odessa, and from frontline positions alongside some of the bravest people I have ever met. If you haven't yet signed up for my Substack, please check it out. It's free to join. The link's below. Thanks. I included that second to the last clip where you see the airframe of a captured Shahed drone behind me because I want to point out that there is so much more America can be doing, starting with making sure that high-tech parts from the U.S. are not winding up in these drones that are striking Ukraine cities. Many of you will remember Yuri Chumak, callsign Judge, who I have reported on before. Just before I left Kyiv, I visited him at his home. A couple days earlier, a Shahed drone hit the street right in front of his house, blowing out every window, lifting the kitchen tiles off the floor, totaling his car. Judge and his family are okay, but I asked him to share what the experience of surviving a Shahed attack is like.
So, Yuri, can you describe the moment that the Shahed struck this neighborhood where you live and damaged your house?
Well, it was about 6 in the morning. We were sleeping in our house in the cellar. And as usually, when Shahed attacked our city, first you hear a noise, and then you don't hear a noise, just silent. Like noise, and silent, and then very big explosion. We did not jump in our bed, but all our glasses, windows, and doors were crushed into the house. So it's not first time we had it nearby in our district and in Kyiv in general. Then we went to our first floor and second floor, and we saw that all the windows, doors were our cars in near our house. Everything was broken. A lot of smoke, a lot of dust, and a lot of broken things.
And was everyone okay?
Yeah, we were with my wife. We were in the cellar. We were okay.
And this is where the drone struck right across.
Yeah, it was right here. It was on the road.
On the road.
You see what was the power of the drone. Usually it's like from 60 to 90 kilos of explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very big.
Very big. And there are fragments of the drone still all over the street, all over the yards, and it destroyed this post and the tree, clearly.
Tree and a lot of trees.
Yeah.
And here also was the trees. All of them were cut.
Wow. All right. Thank you. I'm glad everyone is okay, but that's not always the story, right? Russia is constantly attacking.
Yeah, we still have very terrible war in our country.
Thank you, Yuri.
What strikes me most in almost every conversation I've had with a Ukrainian who has endured something like this is their resolve. Judge went back to work the morning after this. I suspect that if a 200-pound bomb went off outside my house, I might take a day. Ukrainians are the toughest people on the planet. I keep thinking about Anton, the gunner on that Ju-23 defending Odessa, wondering if his own family was alive as he did his job that night defending the city behind him. Witnessing that kind of composure under unimaginable strain is how I know Ukraine will win. Every day, Putin's ability to fight diminishes. Ukraine's deep strikes have reduced Russia's oil refining capacity by more than 17%, nearly 1 million barrels a day. Moscow now spends 2% of its GDP on enlistment bonuses just to fill its ranks, while its tank losses on the battlefield outpace production 2-1. And Russia's isolation continues to deepen. Its Russia-Arab summit collapsed when nearly every invited leader refused to attend. The numbers are not in Russia's favor. At the end of the day, it comes down to the simple fact that while Russian soldiers fight for one man's vanity, Ukrainians fight for something real, their homes and their families. I don't need numbers to know that. I have seen it in the eyes of those in the trenches and on the guns. Ukraine will win because it must.
Love this video? Support independent media and unlock exclusive content, ad-free videos, and custom emojis by becoming a paid member of our YouTube channel today. You can also gift memberships to others. Let's keep growing together.